Well, good morning, Chris. I'm so glad you asked about hexbeam. My favorite subject. It's awesome. Perhaps one of the easiest things to put together. When it's on the ground, you just build the big upside down umbrella. Wire it around. I bought the ice cords to help it support it if it ever gets ice on it. So assembly, easy. Probably 45 minutes to an hour to put it together on the ground. Putting it up in the air, pain in the butt. Okay, the problem, not insurmountable, as you can see, it did get up there. So this mast tips over. It's got a hinge in the middle. It's an old military mast, so I can bend it down, but then I've got that big umbrella to put on there. So the problem being, the umbrella's got to end up like this. When the mast tips over, though, you got to be on the other side. So literally, when I put the hex beam together, I had to roll it upside down on the ground. Luckily, it's all that fiberglass and it's flexible. Didn't break. So I flipped it over. So now it's on this way. So the little stub that goes into the rotator is here. So now when I bend that mast over, I got to put this together. Now the thing is 22 feet across. It squishes a little bit because it's flexible when you tip it up. But so I had to bring the tip of that mast down, the rotator down to about 10-11 feet off the ground. 2 ladders, 2 people. Me on one ladder, my wife on the other. She helped tip it up. I was there to grab it and slide it into the rotator and put the pin in, and then we could bring the whole thing up. So that's with a tip-up mast. So imagine if you had a fixed mast. If you had a push-up mast, you'd have to build it around the mast and go straight up, stick it on the rotator, and then push it up. But if your mast was fixed, say 30-foot high tower, I think you'd have to build it around the tower and climb it up with the tower going right down the middle of the antenna and then just sit it on top. Every video I've seen of guys with hex beams, they show how they put it together. They never show how they put it on their mast or on their tower. A Yagi antenna is more flat, more two-dimensional, so you can, put a mast into it and tip it up. This thing being this big hexagonal umbrella with wires, it's a little tricky. So performance-wise, absolutely love it. It is awesome. I mean, literally, you can be pointed a little bit away from a guy and you barely hear them, and you swing it around and they come right on up. So directionality for just 2 elements per band, it's phenomenal. And it's only 30 feet up here. So a lot of guys don't put them up very high, probably because they're such a pain in the ass to put up. But for the money, 1 piece of coax, 6 bands, can't beat it. So I love it. Although the first time I tried to put it on this thing, I almost gave up. So I just needed that second person and one little bit of a push to help me get it onto the rotator. There you have it.